Alhamdulillah kembali meneruskan perbincangan berkaitan dengan krisis di Gaza, dan seperti mana dikatakan tadi, kita ada tetamu yang istimewa di studio sekarang, iaitu saya kenalkan terus Farah. Sebelah saya Dr. Wesam Ahmed selaku pegawai hal ehwal luar di Universiti Islam di Gaza. Assalamualaikum Dr.
Waalaikumsalam.
Apa khabar?
Baik.
Sihat?
Baru sampai daripada perjalanan daripada Gaza. Alhamdulillah. Baik Doktor, pertama sekali sudah pastinya seluruh rakyat Malaysia ingin mengetahui tentang keadaan pada hari ini di Gaza. Silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I would like to thank you to invite me to the studio here to share the experience in Gaza and the situation over there. For the last 3 days, there was a ceasefire, and there's some news coming out just now that they extend the ceasefire and another 3 days because the negotiation in the talks in Cairo seems there is some successful points. They agree on some points, and they need to continue on discussion on the other points, so they gave some time for discussion. Before that, for the last 30 days, there was a continuous and intensive attack on Gaza. The attacks, they attack everything in Gaza, hospitals, masjid, the houses of people, and as you all know that the number of deaths is almost 2,000 people, the shuhada, and more than 10,000 injured people, and in terms of destruction of building, more than 15,000 buildings were affected by the war. So the destruction, I mean, this war, the Israeli going crazy, and they attack everywhere because I think they fail to achieve any target of the war, and this make them act like crazy in Gaza.
Okay.
Baik, kita digambar-gemburkan oleh media barat, ya Kak Farah, berkaitan dengan kononnya pejuang-pejuang di Hamas menggunakan perisai-perisai manusia, kan, kononnya menyembunyikan senjata-senjata ataupun bom-bom di rumah, kononnya. Adakah ianya benar, Doktor?
Actually, this is all I mean, lies, because they try to find some fake proof, but actually they said that because in Gaza, even though they are on the borders, even though they attack by all kind of weapons, but they cannot stop the rockets. And the rockets in Gaza, this is not a secret, or everyone knows there, that the rockets come out from the tunnels by remote control even. So they go like crazy, and they try to find reasons which is fake. So from my experience, I'm staying in north of Gaza, one of the hottest point in Gaza. The resistance never use the people as a human shield. Even sometimes, if they feel that this area is not safe, they will ask people just to go out, so that they have they can work freely to attack the Israeli, so that no civilian got hurted by the Israeli.
Maksudnya pejuang-pejuang Hamas, resistance, mereka meminta orang tempatan yang penduduk-penduduk mengosongkan kawasan supaya mereka dapat bertempur dengan tanpa.
I will give you one example. Last time when they come close to Beit Hanun in north of Gaza. And then the resistance want to attack them intensively, and they want to bomb the Israeli army. So they ask the people to come out, and then they put one bomb in one house. The Israeli forces enter that house, then they bomb the house. So if there is an intensive fighting, the resistance will ask people to move so that they won't get hurted.
Masya Allah. Baik, itu adalah sebenarnya senario sebenar. Tapi pada waktu yang sama, kita juga mula menyedari bila ada Twitter daripada tentera Israel yang menyatakan mereka membunuh anak-anak kecil. They specifically target children atas dasar membalas dendam. So sekarang ni baru satu pandangan terbuka mata kita nampak lihat media antarabangsa pun baru dapat menyedari keadaan ini. Tapi daripada segi Dr. Wesam sendiri yang melalui bertahun-tahun lama di Gaza, apakah komen doktor yang selalu yang mungkin doktor boleh menceritakan bagaimana kekejaman Israel ini menggunakan rakyat tempatan, orang biasa, sebagai tempat membalas dendam?
Actually, regarding the Israeli, they don't care. The place is it a hospital or a masjid or a house. They don't care if there is a woman or kids. And sometimes they are targeting those people because they want to put the pressure over the leadership of Hamas and the leadership of the Palestinian. And they said that clearly, that we want to show to Hamas leaders when they come out and see the destruction that there is no victory. But they don't know that the people over there, they are motivated if they lose their houses, their kids. But the main issue is that the resistance, the Palestinian resistance hit the Israeli badly, and the people are very motivated over there. So the Israeli, they are doing like a revenge. You know, a great country like Israel with the fourth strongest army in the world, they cannot do anything in Gaza. They cannot achieve anything. So it's very bad image for them. So they at least they want to do revenge with killing of kids and women in Gaza and destruction of the infrastructure in Gaza.
Okay. Bagaimana pula dengan situasi kemusnahan infrastruktur dekat sana? Bagaimana pula masa ataupun keperluan yang mungkin diperlukan untuk rebuild balik Gaza?
Actually, the destruction is great, and estimation of the loss, some people they said it's like 5 billion USD. 5 billion USD. Yeah. Not regarding the needs of Gaza for the, I mean, after inshallah the war ended and there is a long-term ceasefire, we have to go and rebuild the institutions that were and the houses that were destroyed. So mainly, the people will need construction materials, which is for the last 8 years it was banned by the Israeli army to get into Gaza. That's why this is one of the reasons of the war, because for the last 8 years there's nothing getting in Gaza. Even the food is very limited, and which make the prices is high. And in the war it was worse because it was closed totally. So the needs, beside the basic needs, later we will need the construction materials and the other materials to rebuild Gaza.
Right. Now, we go back to the homeless because we all know that Gaza is a very highly dense place. Where you have like 1.8 million people in a very cramped area. So now there's 400,000 people left homeless due to the attack. So where do they go? Where do they stay?
Yeah, actually regarding these, we call them refugees, or temporary refugees. They stay in the border areas. So
open air or in tents?
No, now after they go out from the home, they went to UNRWA school because they thought that it is safe. Even though they attacked 3 schools. This war, 3 UNRWA schools, and in one of the attacks, 15 people killed. Yeah. So actually there is no safe zone in Gaza. And but I tell you, even in the border area, I'm just living 2 kilometers from the borders. So some people, they evacuate homes, some people, they don't evacuate. Like myself, we don't evacuate, we stay at home. And because, you know, even I will tell you one person's story. My uncle moved out, he went to Gaza City, he thought that the house is safe, but they targeted the same house that he stayed in, which is, that place is one of the most calm places in Gaza. So there is no safe zones in Gaza. But for these people, I think now the number of the people decreased because some of them, they went back to their homes. But still some, I think thousands, like 20 to 30,000 still staying at homes. At UNRWA school, those people who lost their houses, I mean, due to the Israeli attacks.
So subhanAllah, we need to really continuously help them, for sure. Now, back to your school, because in one of the posts that you shared with us is IUG University. I've been there in 2012. Subhanallah, it's a beautiful, big, amazing school. University, but it was targeted, it was bombed. The main structure for the sisters building was being destroyed. So how do we help? How could Malaysians help?
Yeah, actually regarding the IUG, the University Islam Gaza, on the war 2009, they attacked the lab building, they destroyed 20 labs. The losses are almost 50 million USD. And this war, they attacked the Chancellor building, They destroy 1/3 of the building, and the other third is partially damaged. Even my office is the same building. I went over there before I come here. It is a great loss. I mean, the destruction is massive over there.
Yeah.
Actually, they attack IUG every time. They will attack IUG because this university is affiliated. They claim that it's affiliated with Hamas, and this time they mentioned that they claim that the university is producing chemical weapons.
Ooh.
So
these are all,
but all is lies, because you know university is involved in research, education, even politics. We try to avoid because it's academic institution. We have a good relation with a very, a large, a wide range of universities over the world. So it's all about revenge of the Gazans. They thought that this kind of destruction will show, like a painful for Gazan, but they don't know that nothing will affect the spiritual of the Gazans.
Subhanallah.
In that situation, dalam melihat situasi sehari-hari diserang dan sebagainya, apa yang menyebabkan doktor rasa kuat dan terus untuk berada sana dan memberi maklumat juga kepada kita di sini?
Dengan tenangnya.
Dengan tenangnya. Apa yang menjadi inspirasi ataupun yang membuatkan doktor terus kuat?
Sorry.
What you make feel strong to be there all the way in this crisis?
It's a very difficult situation for Malaysians. We can't imagine being in such a place. And what makes you strong?
For us, there is no other choice, because since 1948, the situation is like that, but maybe the scale is different from time to time. So people, they are believing that they are staying in a holy place. They have to take care and to defend that place, and there is no other choice, only staying there. Because if you think to go out, to move out of the country, the Israeli will take over the place easily. So this is the spiritual that give the support to the Palestinian. And as I mentioned, all of us, they know. We know that it's a holy place. We have to defend Masjid al-Aqsa. We have to defend Palestine. So the spiritual is, in terms of religious point of view, it's all people over there, they believe on that issue. So this gives them more support. Adding to that now the situation of the Palestinians, they are in a good point, because we can do, we can make pain to the Israeli. It's not only that we are getting hits from the Israeli, but we hit back. And the loss of the Israeli is great for them, even in terms of economy, in terms of casualties, in terms of destruction. And it's the first time that either Palestinian or Arab, they can hit the Israeli cities. All the Israeli cities was under fire from the Palestinian. Like 5 million Israeli, they stay in shelters for 30 days. So once you cause this terrible life for them, it's great for the Palestinians. So, from my personal experience on the last war, 2009, I lost my sister, and a lot of people lost their kids. We don't care, because the most important thing that the Palestinian resistance are okay. We can continue. This is the most important. We don't care about the other. House can be rebuilt. Kids, it's painful and sad for us to lose. People, but because you fight for a holy cause, so I think everything is cheap on that cause to achieve that.
Okay. Now, when I come back, I was in Gaza, and when I come back, I told a lot of people that, mashallah, the people in Gaza, they are well educated, they have so many universities, they are very literate. Could you just share with the Malaysian population, because when you talk about a conflict area, you imagine the last thing that you'll be thinking is about education. So could you talk about the education, the importance of education, and how we could contribute in building the education inside Gaza?
Yeah, actually the Palestinian, they focus on everything because, as I mentioned, it's already 60 years, so you cannot stop life. So people over there, they are living, the kid, go to universities, schools. So, in the normal life, they do everything. And in terms of education, I'll talk regarding the university that I'm working in, the University Islam Gaza. The population of the students, almost 20,000 students. The majority of the students are females, 63% females. We introduce 110 programs, academic programs. There is also master programs, PhD programs. And I will just mention one statistics. They said that in terms of numbers, the Palestinians holding higher education more than the Israeli, even though they are more advanced in terms of economy, more strong, but in terms of education, the Palestinians holding more higher degrees than the Israeli. And you know what number means when you are living in a conflict area, and you can, reach up to this stage in terms of academic. Actually, regarding the university, we try to serve the students and academic life over there, but as you know, everything is affected of the situation over there. So the university, the main point of needs over there, we have like 3,000 students from needy families. So the university try to find support for those students to continue their education, because the education is one of the strongest weapon for the Palestinian, because we have no oil, we have no natural resources. So we rely on human resources. So we are developing these human resources, and this will, inshallah, develop Palestine later on.
All right, Doctor, your last words to all our viewers, to all our nation, to keep their supporting Gaza.
Actually, every time I say it's wonderful from the Malaysian people that it's very far geographically from Palestine, but still the support, the care is so much. Really the Palestinian people, they appreciate much, and everyone there knows about the Malaysian support, because in Gaza there is a lot of support coming from the Malaysian government, the Malaysian NGOs, many NGOs working there, and there is a lot of projects over there. So I would like, on behalf of the Palestinians, I would like to thank the Malaysian people for the support, and for the not only the support in terms of financial, but the moral support that they give us. And it's very touching when every day I got message from my friends, and they asking and they are caring, even though it's thousands of kilometers away from us.
Inshallah.
All right, thank you, Dr. Wesam, for sharing with us. Agak sebab sebenarnya saya rasa berkaitan apa yang dikongsikan dengan Dr. Wesam tadi.
Dan sebenarnya Dr. Wesam bukan nak kata Dr. Wesam sahaja. Memang saya selalu bertemu dengan orang Palestin, dan mereka mengatakan dan menyampaikan mesej yang sama. InsyaAllah sokongan kita akan sentiasa bersama dengan perjuangan Palestin. Kita tidak akan berputus asa, kita akan melakukan yang terbaik dengan apa cara sekalipun, insyaAllah.